Hi, how are you? Okay, so yes, my face is wet. You guys probably are thinking, why? Because for me, for everybody, this should all be the same. Makeup should always start with skincare, okay? Two things. We are women. Women are going to have facial hair just the same way men do. Ours are just going to be a lot less. It's going to be sort of like peach fuzz, right? The thing is that some of us might be dealing with something like hirsutism, which is something that I deal with. Hirsutism is a common, let's call it side effect. I don't know if it's a symptom. I don't really know, but it's common with PCOS. So hirsutism it's a disorder that causes excessive sort of male pattern hair, right? So like you'll grow excessive facial hair the way that a man would. You'll start to have like receding hairlines or thinning hair, balding spots the way that a man would. You have excessive body hair like on your back, your chest, your stomach, your legs, your bikini area. You just have more hair than a woman normally would, right? So for somebody like me who has hirsutism, it is very important that you take very, very good care of the hair that you have on your face. Now, you can choose to shave it, or you can choose to wax it, you could choose to laser, or you could choose to leave it alone, whatever you choose. However, I choose to get rid of it. Now, what I did was, I already did my face, right? I dermablade my face a couple times a week. I do my mustache and my beard daily, or every other day. But I will have stubble by the end of the day if I don't do something. Now, do you see this part? Do you see how clean it looks here? Do you see that? I did all of my face before I realized I should show you. Do you see this side? This side is my least hairy side of my face. So my face is wet right now for a reason. I wanted it wet because you don't want to do this with your face dry. All you're going to do is gently, okay? You don't want to get too close to your eyebrows because you don't want to accidentally remove them. And you don't want to get too close to your hairline because you want hair, right? That's what we want. Unless you want to be bald, that's cool if you want. But if your goal is to have hair like mine is, then you don't want that. So, do you see the difference already? Do you see how different that looks? It kind of looked like I had like a dark sort of like bruised spot there because of all the hair. Now we're just removing it. That's all we're doing, okay? That's all we're doing. This isn't scraping, this isn't scratching, this isn't tearing because it is a single blade. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a single blade with a guard. Do you see that? And do you see all the fuzz that's on there? Do you see all the fuzz that's on there? I don't know if you can, but I also need to do in between my eyebrows. Do you see what they look like right now? When you have just peach fuzz, this glides like butter, like for real, like you don't even notice it. But when you have thick, coarse hair you're trying to do, the coarse hair will grab onto it. See how much cleaner that looks? Do you see how much cleaner that looks? Now, what I need to do, because I do see that there's hair stuck to my face, and the only way I know from experience, the only way that's really going to come off is if I go wash it off. So I want to have a wet face anyways, because I want to show you my first step to skincare, or my first step to makeup. So we're on the same page. It does have a guard, but I will not put the guard back on until it is completely dry, because you do not want the bacteria to be able to grow on your blade because you are shaving your face, right? But when you do it on coarse hair, like on my beard and my mustache, it tends to grab a little more. So it does kind of make you nervous. Like, okay, we are not rubbing. Okay. Remember what I do. I just put the thing down and then I just pat my face. Okay. I am not rubbing. And this is clean. I didn't even notice. I swear to you, I did not try to color coordinate. But these are in 4 different colors. And these I think are also in 4 different colors. I just grabbed the first ones on top. And they just happen to match. So we're going to do a couple things. Actually, hold on, because we're going to do this. Why am I getting naked? Oh, my hair. Hold on. Okay, if you guys have curly hair, you know that leaving the moisture in your hair is the most important thing to make it not frizzy, right? You do not want to touch your hair when it's dry. And I want my hair out of my face while I'm doing this. So what I'm going to do is make sure this, I'm going to just plop my hair on top of my head. Okay. In any way, I do not want to do anything tight, because if I do it tight, it's going to cause a weird pattern. So I normally try not to even do a bun type thing, but I just need it out of my face so I could show you guys what I'm trying to do. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. You don't want the products that are on your hair to seep into your face. Now, do you see how much cleaner that looks? I looked kind of dirty before, and now I look cleaner. I don't know if you see that. My face is not dry, like it's dry, but it's not sopping wet. So my first step every few days is going to be my Prequel multi-acid milk pill. Okay. We're going to shake it up. I just got out of the shower, so I'm a little discombobulated. We're just going to do a few shakes. Okay. Now, just so you know, this does have a sting. Probably not for everybody, but for me it does. And you do get used to it sometimes. And then sometimes when I haven't used it for a while, it stings more. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't burn. It just kind of stings, right? It kind of feels like, you know, when your skin is so flippin' dry. And the reason why I took my shirt off, and I'll show you in a minute, I normally do this completely naked, right? Like out of the shower or in the bathroom before bed with no shirt on, no bra on, because I don't want to get everything wet. But I want to make sure that I am taking care of not just my face and my neck, but my chest right here, right? I'm going to show you, I've already put the lotion on my body. Now, one thing that you want to do is make sure that you're applying your moisturizers and all of these things to dampen skin. Not necessarily wet. You don't want it wet, but you want to make sure that it's within a few minutes of getting out of the shower or washing your face or whatever, right? That is when your skin is more susceptible to accept the moisture, right? So I use amlactin. It does not smell good. It does not smell good. It doesn't smell bad, but lactic acid does not smell good. This also has lactic acid. This has 15% glycolic, phylic, malic, mandelic, lactic acids, enzymes, and squalene. So this has some of the same, well, this is the number one product that it has in here is lactic acid, which is basically a exfoliant for your body, right? So this is a body lotion. I use this on my body, but I do not use this on my face because it will be too harsh for my face regularly, because I do have rosacea, I do have eczema, I do have sensitive and acne prone skin. So I just wanted to show you, I do use this on my entire body. This is not cheap. This is like $19 for this bottle at Costco. So imagine how much it costs anywhere else. I try to wait until it goes on sale and then I'll buy like 2. But you can also buy this with your FSA or HSA card, just so you know. Now this one, I don't use every day. I only use it, I started out once a week and then I turned into twice a week and now I'm using it 3 times a week. I will never go daily with this. This is not meant to be daily, but it does help to exfoliate your skin. So sorry guys, it's already 11. I have my dietitian appointment. Sorry, my hand mixer is dying. So it's still leaving like, do you see that? I need to charge it. I'm gonna charge it right now. But my protein coffee this morning. Okay. It does not taste good because I did put it on my lips. And I tasted it right now. It does not taste good, but that's okay. That is the first thing you do on that day. If you're not doing it today, skip it, right? This is the next thing. Well, for me, this is what I do. I recently have been introduced to a vegan Kombucha Tea Essence. I love kombucha by the brand, can you see that? Dr. Cuticle. Now, thank you, Nicole. Nicole introduced me to this. She sent this to me and I absolutely love it. Please know, if you are acne prone, this might not work for you. Fermented products on acne-prone skin can cause more acne. So if you're gonna try it, I suggest you try it on your chest or neck first before you introduce it to your face. Try it for a few days, see what happens. If your skin enjoys it, great, keep using it. If it doesn't, stop. For me, luckily, fermentation does not bother me. So I'm gonna do 3 shakes. Now we're not rubbing, okay? We're not rubbing. I've learned so much since beginning skincare. I used to rub everything in, but you're not rubbing. You're simply patting, okay? Do not forget your neck. I always try to introduce my shoulders and my chest. It's kind of hard because I don't want to get it all over this, but that's okay. You want to make sure that your up here is being protected, right? Now, that's only 1 layer. I'm going to keep going. So I'll do it a second time. Now, you may not need to do 2 or 3 times, but this is the winter. The air is drier. My skin is drier, and my skin requires extra layers of moisture right now. Now, remember, the number 1 step for makeup is a proper primed palette, right? And your face is your palette. What you want is proper moisture. I don't know if this is, okay, I'm going to put it right here because I don't want to keep bothering it and I don't want to make it just shaking. So I will do between 2 and 4 times, right? This is the essence. This is the thinnest product, so it goes first. Now, after that, my next product is my tried and true Madagascar Centella Ampoule by the brand Skin 1004, okay? This has a glass dropper. Because it is winter, my face is so dry, I'll use the whole dropper. In the beginning, I used to use a whole dropper because I didn't know any better. But once I realized during the summer and stuff, I didn't need a whole dropper. Just a few drops was enough during the summer. In the winter, I need the whole dropper. Okay, we're just patting it in, you guys. Do you see how my voice? Do you see how my face still has a sheen? Okay. Remember, I have rosacea, so you are going to see some redness probably popping up, and that's okay. I can't do nothing about it. It is what it is. And as you can see, because I dermaplaned my face, my scar is coming out more. That is a scar that I got from removing a lipoma on my forehead like 5 years ago. But I'm glad the lipoma is gone. So we're going to do that step. Now, I'm going to do my Timeless. This is 20% vitamin C, ferulic acid, and vitamin E. This is an active form, okay? This is L-ascorbic acid, so it's an active form of vitamin C. This can be triggering for sensitive skins. So if you have sensitive skin, start with a lower dose first, right? So a lower strength normally, well, they have 10%, no, they have 15% and 20%. I didn't know any better, so I went straight to 20. It can sting, but you will get used to it eventually. If your skin can tolerate it. If your skin cannot tolerate it, skip it. Or go to a non-active form, right? So because this is almost empty and I don't want to waste it, I'm just going to use like this, okay? This also doesn't smell good. Kind of smells like bologna, or a lot of people say hot dog water. I don't smell hot dogs, but I do smell some sort of weird. It smells weird. It's not ugly, but it smells weird. And if you can't handle that, don't do it. When I have migraine, I can't handle it, so I don't do it. But I do notice that it doesn't trigger migraines, but if I already have one, I can't do it because it doesn't, or if I even have a headache, I can't do it. But we're just going to pat it in, okay? We're not rubbing anything. We're just patting. Because I have rosacea and I have acne-prone skin. And I have some discoloration, right? Do you guys see, like, I have sunspots? Because I'm getting older and sun has not been very nice to my skin. But I used to also wear glasses. And my glasses, I always had spots right here from the magnification of the sun in my glasses. So I use prescription strength 15% azelaic acid. I use it, this one I use in the morning and in the night. I do not use my tretinoin in the morning, okay? Do not use it in the morning because for what? It deactivates in sunlight. So I'm just gonna pat it on, but I'm gonna pay most attention to where I have the most discoloration, which for me is this side of my face. Up here, my nose is where I have the most, okay? We are not aggressively rubbing. We are gently rubbing it in, okay? My forehead is mostly one tone. I do have a couple of like birthmarks, beauty marks. I don't know what they're called, but we call them birthmarks, even though I wasn't born with them. This one I was. But all the other ones just kind of came. Okay. Then I'm going to pat it in to make sure we got in real good, right? If I need more, I'll use more, but I don't think that I do. So we're going to let that set. We are not going to do anything until this sets. While I wait, so I have my timer set for 11:55 because I have a dietitian appointment. But I don't know if you guys can see this in the light. I could see a clear line of sheen here, dry here. So I know I need to focus more here next time, right? That's okay, not today. So now that this is completely dry, and that's the most important thing, completely dry, azelaic acid, when it is a prescription, tends, well, manufactured prescriptions. I don't think compounds have as much of a problem, but manufactured prescriptions do. So they pill. We don't want that. Now I'm going to go in with my final layer of hydration before moisturizer, which is Prequel. I use the Prequel MultiQuench Plumping Hydration Serum, clinically tested, blah, blah, blah. 1% pure PGA, 3% PGA complex, 10% glycerin, ectoin, and assimilate. Don't ask me what it all means. I did the research when I looked for it, but I can't recall off the top of my head. So, one good squirt, okay? Tap that bad boy in. Just tap it in. Now, my forehead is the greasiest part of my whole face, right? Everywhere else, I tend to run more dry except for my nose. But everywhere else, my nose, well, so my T-zone, right? My T-zone is my most oily part of my body or my face. Everything else tends to be more on the drier side. But I especially want to focus right here because I've been having some eczema issues there. And I've been having a rash. I don't know if you guys could see. I'm like, everybody keeps telling me it looks like hickeys. I promise it's not. And if it was, you guys know I have a man. But I promise it's not. It's just a rash. And I don't know what is going on. I'm going to need to probably see my derm soon. Because I don't know what it's from. It could be eczema. It could be me scratching it at night because it does itch a lot. I don't know what it's from. I see my PCP next week. Maybe I'll address it then. I don't know. But, okay. So this is my final layer of hydration before we go in. I'm going to use Byoma Moisturizing Rich Cream Triceramide Complex with bakuchiol oil and shea extract. The reason why I'm not using the ones that I normally go to during the summer is because my skin is so much more dry. I have been using the Weleda Skin Food. This is something that I buy for my body. This can be used all over, but it also has a body butter that should be focused only on the body, but I also use it on my face sometimes because it doesn't trigger anything for me. But if it does for you, please do not. Make sure you're using the Skin Food, okay? Not the body butter if you're going to use this. It's flipping amazing. But I tend to use it more at night because it does give me more of a sort of greasier look. And I don't want that to affect my makeup today. So we're going to use this instead. I'm going to use 2 pumps, which doesn't look like enough. We're going to find out. Okay. I am not rubbing hard, okay? I am just patting it on. Yes, I'm a little aggressive in the patting. I probably should back up. But there's... my skin can handle it. They might not... and I already put the amlactin on my shoulders and on my arms, but... and I did put it on my chest. I focused about right here down. But the rest... you can see like my neck is brown right now from all the scratching. That's a rash. Over here, too. Like, you can tell that my skin is not good right now. But it is what it is. So, okay. We got to let this set for a minute. I used my fully charged hand mixer. You guys know I have 2 of them now. I got one with the Everyday Dose matcha and one with the Everyday Dose coffee. and the one that was in the kitchen was dying. The one that was in here was fully charged, so I just remixed it. Oh, there's big old hair. Okay. Okay, so one thing at a time, guys, one thing at a time. Now, oops. Have you guys been hearing me this entire time? I didn't notice that the mic fell. I will have to do a voiceover if I have to, but let's go from here, okay? Now, I need this to set, okay? But it doesn't take that long. The azelaic acid is what takes the longest in the daytime. And the nighttime, I don't care, because if it pills, it pills. But I'm asleep. What do I care? And it doesn't really pill at night. But in the daytime, because I'm putting because I'm putting sunblock on, I got to be careful. So I'm going to put on my sunblock, okay? You guys know you should be doing 2 finger lengths, okay? 2 decent sized finger lengths of whatever sunblock you choose to use. And just try to get it. This should be enough for your ears, your neck, and your full face, okay? Now, my ears are probably not going to show because I usually have my hair down, but I'm still going to put it on because you just never know. And men, okay? Men, especially when you have really short hair, this happens to men a lot. So if you're a woman who has really, really short hair, please make sure you focus on the top of your ears. David's ears are always super red here because he does not wear sunblock there. You guys know I'm always complaining to him about his lack of sunblock. But we're just going to rub it all in to your whole face. Do not forget your nostril opening. Put it around your nose. I also put it on my lips. Sparingly on my lips because it's going to come off anyways. Okay. Then whatever's left over, I rub it into my hands. You guys saw how flippin' white that was. That was so white. I am not white. I am a dark-skinned person. Yes, I'm a lighter dark-skinned person, but I'm still a dark-skinned person. This leaves 0 white cast. Do you see a white cast? No. 0 white cast. Now, this is the most important thing that has to set. You need your sunscreen to completely set before you apply any makeup. Otherwise, this is for nothing. You might as well not even do it. So give it a little bit of time. What I'm going to do is drink my coffee while I let it set. Let me finish this. From the research that I've done and the dermatologists that I've spoken to, because I've spoken to a few, including my own, you should always let your sunscreen set for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? Do not do anything before that's done. So we're not going to touch it. We're not going to bother it. We're just going to let it do its thing. I did set a timer on my phone because I want to make sure. Normally, I don't have to do that because once I get to this step, then I go to the room and I start combing my hair. I start putting my clothes on. At this point, I'm normally completely naked, right? So we go from there. So a lot of you are either have been, currently are, overweight. As an overweight person, especially when you get severely overweight, not just overweight people, skinny people too, but as an overweight person, especially when you're very, very overweight, you likely suffer from, at the very least, a fear of excess smell, right? You feel like your body stinks, and it probably does. It's just reality, right? Because we have skin folds, we have extra places to sweat, we have extra places for yeast to grow, we have extra places for bacteria to form that causes scents that are not good, right? So you may be the cleanest person on the planet, but it's natural, right? It happens. Your body traps in the heat, the sweat. It causes bacteria growth. That bacteria growth causes smell. So one of the things that I began to do was many years ago, before body deodorants were a thing, I would just get regular deodorant. I would put it under my breasts. I would put it in the skin folds underneath the sides of my breasts, right? obviously my armpits. I would put it in this skin fold, and you could tell this one, that is darkening skin. It doesn't go away. This side will come and go. This side is not that bad right now, but I don't know if you could tell. It kind of looks worse in here, but I don't know if you could tell. It's not as black as over here. This side, I don't know. I can't get it to clear up. But one thing that you can do is place a milk pill there, and it can help, which I think is what's helping over here, but it's not helping so much over here. I mean, it has helped because it used to be very, very black. Now it's just kind of brown. But there's also blackheads here. It just is what it is, right? So under my armpits, obviously, in the skin folds, I used two. One of them I used for all of the skin folds, my waist, under my belly, behind my knees, my feet. Yes, I do it underneath my toes. Try to get it in between each toe, on the sole of my foot, even the top of my flipping foot, and on the sides of my foot, behind my knees. Okay. These are places that I'm self-conscious about. Sometimes I'll even put it on my neck. Now, this, I have another one because I have two. This was a suggestion from Elle. I have one for the private areas, right? So this, I didn't know if it would cause a migraine because you guys know I'm sensitive to smells. This is the scent Clean Tangerine. They had this at Costco in a 3-set for like $30. So I tried it because they're a lot more expensive regularly. It was on sale for like 20 bucks, I think. Or yeah, I think I paid 20 for all of them. I have loved this. Elle has suggested it, so I tried it. What I do was I reached out to her. I said, hey, I know this is a very personal question. I know it's very intimate, but I'm going to ask you anyways. And I hope that you're willing to share. But if you're not, I completely understand. And she was. That girl's a girl's girl. If she has a video on it, I will link it here. If not, I hope she makes one soon. I'm going to suggest it to her. But this has been amazing, you guys. It has been a lifesaver. And I use this every single day. I do have curly hair. I do not wash my hair every day. I do have eczema on my skin. I do not use harsh chemicals on my body every single day because it can cause eczema breakouts. But I do wash my body every day. I don't wash my hair every day, but I wash my body and my face every single day. So when I wash my body, after I get out of the shower and I let everything completely dry, I use the towel, dry it out, let myself air dry, whatever I got to do to be completely dry. Then I go in with the all over body deodorant. Okay. This has been a flippin' lifesaver. Lifesaver. I was always so self-conscious. I'm still a little self-conscious, but far less than I once was. This is amazing. They do have a lot of other scents. Costco only had the one. So I decided I would try it, and so far I've really liked it. Okay, let's start. Everything in here is brand new, you guys. Okay. I did place some orders. I did place orders to have things delivered. I went and picked things up. I went to different stores because I wanted to make sure that I was getting the best bang for my buck. But as you will hear, or as you've already heard, I put in my budget into ChatGPT, right? And I told him, this is how much I want to spend. This is what I want to do. This is my skin type. This is what's going on. Help me. And this is the budget. This is the products that we came up with in the budget, right? Now, I am cheating a little bit, but I did put it into my budget. I did clock the prices into my budget, but I am cheating a bit. The reason why I'm cheating a bit is because I did buy a lot of things on sale. Not everything was on sale. And I just so happened, 3 of the products that it suggested. Brand spanking new, never even opened yet. All of them, brand spanking new. And they were gifted to me for free. Like a year ago, I never touched them because I haven't been putting makeup on. But what we are going to do, I no longer use primer, you guys. I used to swear by primer. I would only use primer, but I also had horrible skin. I have worked so hard for my skin to come up. we are not going to use it anymore because my skin doesn't need it. Because if you have a proper skincare routine, your skincare products will be enough. Now, we're going to go in with the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. Now, this is meant to go all over your face after your face is done, but I also use it before just to give it an extra layer of hydration. Again, never used this before. I just had it sitting there. Perfect. But I did clock in the prices, right? So that I wanted to see if I could. What I told ChatGPT is, I have nothing. Let's start brand new, because I don't want to bring in my biases into this project, right? Into this plan, into this idea. I wanted to start fresh. I needed to start fresh. So that's what we did. Okay, you guys, I just noticed that I have some hairs I need to pluck out. We're going to pretend that I already did this. Could I have done this with the dermaplane? Yes. But I don't like to do my under eyes or my under eyebrows because I'm always afraid that I will accidentally shave my eyebrow. It likely will never happen, but it could. And because it could, I'm afraid because I don't see that well. So I told ChatGPT and Copilot, because I actually used both, I wanted to see if they would recommend similar products. And I was so shocked that they did. There was only a couple of variations, and those variations were minor. One of them suggested primer, the other one didn't. Even though I already had this one and this one, I am still putting in the cost into my complete breakdown, right? But I didn't have to pay for them because I already had them. So I did not repurchase these. What we're going to start with is the L'Oreal True Match Hyaluronic Tinted Serum, 1% pure hyaluronic acid in the shade 4-5 medium. That's my shade. I told them the only things that I have is makeup brushes. That's it. And I have my skincare. And I included all the skincare that I do. So what it told me was wonderful. Let's go from there. This is from the brand Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, light to medium coverage, natural dewy finish, okay? Which is what I wanted because I have mature skin. I'm going to go wet this. I'll be right back. I'm going to show you how to do this. The reason why, normally I would do this in the bathroom so I don't make a mess, but I do know that a few of you guys had questions about this. And because you had questions, I decided I'll show you. This is just a clear lid. I just wanted to show you, right? Here is my completely dry Real Techniques. You could even see on the side, Real Techniques sponge. It doesn't necessarily matter the brand, okay? What you're looking for is something that has a tight sponge. If you look at sponges, like your kitchen sponge, it has a lot of holes. It has a lot of like openings, right? This is very, very tight. I don't know if you could see that. It's very tight. There's no like real bubbling or opening or like that, right? So this is going to give you a tighter finish. What I'm going to do is completely get it submerged. What I normally would do is just run it underwater and squeeze, okay? You want to get it filled with water, okay? This is kind of hard because it's just in a little lid and it's kind of short, but just want to show you the idea, right? So you're going to do this under running water. You see how much bigger it got? You see how much bigger it is? Okay, that's the goal. You want it to be filled with water so that it doesn't suck up all of your foundation and just eat it inside. So you're priming your sponge, really, is all you're doing. You can do this in cold water. You can do it in hot water. I prefer warm, like not even hot, not even lukewarm, just barely warm, right? Because when it's really cold, it gives me goosebumps. When it's really hot, it turns me red. So you just want it to be, you see how big and juicy that is? Okay, all you're going to do is squeeze it out. That's it. Oops. You're just going to squeeze it out. All of it. You don't want it to be dripping. See how nothing else? See how dry it looks now? But see, there's like a little bit of wet spots, but it's primed now. So let's just dry the mess I made here. Hold on, got some water. That's really all you want to do, right? You just want to prime it. Prime the pump. Just want to prime the pump. Let's put this to the side because you guys know I'm a clumsy, and it will end up spilling. Now, what a lot of people do, I didn't need to do that. Well, I don't know what I was thinking. Hold on. What I actually need to do first, because I do have red spots. Do you see that? You see right here, red? Do you see right here how it's red? I have rosacea. You see right here? Red. Okay. This, I'm never going to be able to cover that bad boy. I do the best that I can, but it is what it is. That's not even red. That's like flipping practically black. I don't know what can be used. It needs to be like lasered off or something. I'm scared. So I haven't done it because I don't want to scar on my nose. I'd rather just have it red and they can come back. And do you see over here? I have another one. I have one here. I have a couple of them. But the one that I'm most self-conscious about is the one on the tip of my nose. People who have known me for years and years and years, because I've had it since I was a kid. People who have known me for years and years and years will still call me, you have a pimple on your nose. Bro, you've known me forever. That's not a pimple. But I'm going to go in with LA Girl Pro Concealer. They do have different brands. This is the one that they recommended the most. It's HD High Definition Concealer. It is a green. I don't know how to use this because I've never used it. Oh, okay. It has a brush tip. Let's scoop. See that? Do you see that? I just squeezed it a little and it came out the brush. Now, you do not want to do a heavy application. Just spot, okay? This is not meant to go everywhere unless you have a completely red face. If you have a completely red face, get that bad away everywhere. But I'm just going to try to focus it on my most red concerns, okay? I'm not trying to go over the brown because it's not going to cover brown. Green doesn't cover brown. Green covers red. Do you see how I have one right here too? It's red. Let's cover that. These are brown. It's not going to cover. This is brown. It's not going to cover. But I have red around it because this is where my rosacea kicks in. So I don't want to put too much. I just want to make sure that I focus on what is currently red. And you see how it just sort of came off? This is just a little brush tip. I never used this before. I had no idea how to use it. But what I'm going to do is go in with the bottom because I don't want to mix it into the other color. Normally you could do this with your hands. You could do it with your fingers. You could do it with a brush. I don't know if I have a concealer brush over here clean. You know what? This one might work. It's clean. But what I'm going to do is wet it. Because I don't want my brush to soak up all the green and take it off of my face. Okay? So what I'm going to do is just tap it in. Tap it lightly. Now, if you put too much and you want it to like sort of go away, do it harder. The harder you do it, the more you will remove. The lighter you press, you want to press it into your skin, but you don't want to like push it so far that it disappears, right? You want to be gentle. If you're rough, you can be rough. If you're rough, it will go away. You see how this is far more greener than right here? Because there's less product. But I can make this lighter. Do you see that? You just put more pressure. The more pressure you put, the lighter it becomes. This is too thin. I thought this was going to work for like the little areas. And it probably would if it was just spot. But because most of my face is green, I need something bigger. Do I really not have one at all? Oh. This is Coastal Scents. It's a defunct brand. Doesn't exist anymore. It used to be a big giant deal in the early 2000s. And I'm just going to prime my brush, okay? That's all I want. I just want it to be a little bit wet so that it doesn't eat up all of the concealer, okay? We're just going to tap it in to all of my redness. That's all we're going to do, okay? But I do not want it like so flipping green that it looks like a, do you see that? I'm triggering a reflex somewhere. There's a nerve right here that's triggering it in my mouth. Do you see that? That's weird. I could feel it inside of my mouth. Every time I hit it like right there, it triggers my eye and my mouth. That's so weird. Never noticed that before. Okay, I just want to cover as much redness without triggering, without like leaving it. I don't want to look like Alphoba, but my chin is like the reddest part. And then, which I might need a little bit more. Hold on. Because around my nostrils, like right here, I'm scared to like push it too hard because I don't want it to be too green. I have a broken capillary right there. So I have like a red, there we go. But do you see how much less red that is right there? I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but right around here is my reddest. And it's just kind of always red, like rosacea or not. It's just like I have broken capillaries there. I know I look funny. Don't laugh. It's okay. Hold on. I think I went a little too light here. You can also do this with your fingers. You don't need any special tools for this one, right? Okay. And right here it gets a little red. Okay, there's a little bit of red right here. Because I have red, because I have rosacea. Just is what it is. Now, my sponge is still wet. But because it's been a little minute, I want to make sure. See how the air bubbles coming out? That's okay. See how much water it removed? And look how much it's going to put back. Do you see that? See how much water went back? And then look. Okay, this is what we want. We want a nice damp sponge, but we don't want it so wet that it's like spilling everywhere, right? Okay. Now, what do I do with the foundation? Where did I put it? Oh. So, what we're going to do, shake it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to toss the products that I've already used in the box with the wrappers because everything's new. So I have to open everything. I'm going to have a lot of things. Now, what some people do is they put it on the back of their palms. The reason I don't do this is because this has its own pores. It's going to suck up a lot of my product. So I'll either put it in my palm or I'll put it on a plate. I don't have a foundation plate handy. I know I own some, but I don't have any handy. I do not personally, a lot of people will rub this all over their face. I personally do not like that. I'm just going to put this dropper in my palm of my hand. I'm going to come up and just dab it. Okay. That's all I want. All I want is dab it. Then I'm not going to do anything yet. I'm just dabbing it all over my face. Okay. That's all I'm doing. Just dabbing it everywhere for now. Okay. Just trying to pick up all the product. Do you see how clean that is? If I would have done that on the back of my hand, that bad boy would be still there. Might need a little more, but what I'm going to do is just start tapping it in. Okay? That's all you're doing is tapping. Now remember, the harder you go, the more product you're going to remove. But because we've already put the majority of the sponge space filled with water, it's not going to soak into the sponge as much. It's going to instead be more used on my face. I don't really need foundation on my lips, but some people really like it on their lips because it gives their lips a new, like a clean base to put color, which I think is fine. Okay, I do need more. Hold on. I do need some more. You know what I'm going to show you? I'm going to show you what it's going to look like here because I need it on my neck. See that? We're just going to put it on the neck. But do you see how much product is left on my hand? And then look over here, how much product is left. Do you see that? Compared to here? That's because there's pores. We're just going to tap it in. Okay, that's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. You can, if you need to get more defined, you can use the other end in the areas for like your eyes. If you need to. Or like around your hairline. You see how I got some in my hair? I want to kind of like rub it in a little bit better so that it doesn't like stain my hair. I won't stain it like permanently, but you know. We want to make sure we get the piece between your sideburns and your ears, okay? I see so many people miss that. And then it looks funny when you're a different color, especially if you have like a spray tan and this piece is a different color from the rest of your face and your neck because you have a spray tan and nobody is really focusing on that part. Okay, I had to stop and do my dietitian appointment, but I'm back. So let's go in with concealer. You guys, this has been an entire hour that it's been sitting on my face, and you could tell it still looks really good. You know why? Because my base. My moisturized skin was thebomb.com. So this is the Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind Eraser in the shade 120. I was told to get neutralizer, but that shade no longer exists. So this is supposed to be the comparable version. So it was white. As you can see, the edges are still white. Do you see that? Since this is the first time. Focus. Do you see how the edges are still white and starting to come out? Let's see. Nope, nothing. It's getting more and more dark. Do you see that? Up, up, up. Look at that. Do you see that? It's coming out now. Okay. So basically you have to prime it. Okay. So, oh, there we go. Okay. So let's, whoa, okay. Too much. So we're going to spot conceal under my eyes, a little bit over my eyes. Because, do you see the dark circles? I've never had dark circles in my life until last year. When I got, and this is going to be a spot concealer too, so I'm just going to put a spot there. And of course, my trouble spot. Oh, now do you see like how much it's come out? Okay, cool. So, essentially, let's see how well this blends in. I don't want it to keep, oh, sheesh, okay. I think I'm just adding more. I got to stop because I think it's just adding more. Okay, let's use my, there we go. Sometimes with concealer, I like to use the more like tip edge. And remember, the more pressure you put, the more you're going to take off. You just want to do it lightly. You just press it in lightly and you're just going to tap. You're not rubbing, okay? We're not rubbing, we're just tapping. Tap, 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 tap. You could kind of tap and roll a little bit, but you're not rubbing, okay? We're not rubbing. And I want to make sure I get in that inner corner of my eye. And you guys, I wear contacts, but I do not have them in Because if I had them in, I wouldn't be able to see any of this application because I cannot see up close with them in. But I made sure that every product that I'm using is safe to use in my contacts. Because I don't wear soft contacts, I wear hard contacts, and different things can be abrasive to them. Where soft contacts, you only wear them for a couple days and then you toss them out. Hard contacts, they're for life. They can last several years until your prescription either needs to be updated. Otherwise, it can last literally years. Okay, so that's all we're doing right now. I'm going to spray this. Because I just want to add some moisture back. That's all I want, is a little bit of moisture back. You do not want to squeeze your eyes together. You do not want to rub it. You do not want to touch it. Just let it set. Okay, let's just let it set. Okay, while we do this, let's go to the eyebrows, I mean. Now, some of you guys are going to have to color your eyebrows in. Some of you guys are going to have to like use different things. For me, I have kind of a lot of eyebrows, so I don't really need to fill anything in. Every once in a while I do, but what I like to do is make sure I get all of everything out. Do you see the difference of the two colors? Okay, we're just gonna, don't worry about it going like all looking crazy, because you can fix it. We will fix it. I think I do need to trim them a bit though. I don't have my scissors, but I do need to trim this eyebrow, which probably means I need to trim the other eyebrow too, but that's okay. So that's all we're gonna do, right? We're just trying to get the powder out. That's it. And do you see how it's flaking off? It's dried a lot into my hairs. Okay. Don't worry about it looking funky. If you have to fill in your eyebrows or anything, this is the step that you're going to do it in. But I don't fill in my eyebrows because I don't normally need it. Like, I could probably fill it in a little bit right there, but it doesn't really require it much because they're just so flippin' black. Like, and I don't really have bald spots in my eyebrows. But I can accidentally pluck it out and make bald spots. And maybe one day I'll need to, but you know, as you age, your eyebrows tend to disappear too. I actually need to clean this up a little bit more right here. You see that? I need to pluck that out. And I need to do it on this side too. Hold please. That good hair out. Okay. See, look, this is what makes me afraid because I can't see that great up close. Makes me afraid. I'm going to pluck the wrong hairs out and then I'm going to have a flippin' bald spot. Now, you guys have to remember, I can do this very fast, but I'm explaining every step of the way. And because I'm explaining so much, it's taking me a lot longer, but that's okay. So the only thing that I didn't purchase or ask about was mascara. And the reason for that is because I literally just got one. But if you need to set your eyebrows, something like this, where it's just, this is just Wet n Wild clear brow gel. Something like this will work wonders, right? Like I just already brushed my brows. Now I'm just gonna, it's kind of like putting hairspray, right? Except it's just holding your brows in place. And there's a bunch of different options. I have other options. I just don't know where they're at. I have like, I don't remember the brand. Like brow gel glue or something. Brow glue, I think it's called. It's like flipping Gorilla Glue for your eyebrows. So I do have other options. I just don't know. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. We're just going to let that dry a little bit. Now, the other thing that I didn't do. Okay. So, I also decided that I was not going to allow myself to pick the colors. I wasn't going to go to what I normally gravitate to, right? Because normally what I gravitate to is pinks and purples and sort of like plums and berries. I just like the tones. I like the shades on me. But I didn't develop rosacea until about 30s, in my like mid to late 30s. So my whole life before that, I never had to worry about redness. I never had redness. So I just used what I wanted. And I liked having like that flushed look. But now I'm too red. So I don't want to draw attention to that. So this is the color Luminoso number 5. This is Baked Powder Blush by the brand Milani. Does not have a scent. The one that I had originally, okay, so one AI told me to pick this color. The other AI told me a different shade. No, a different product. It was a cream blush. But the smell of it, oh my God, the color was flipping gorgeous. But the smell, it was the strongest smell ever. I hated it. So this is like a peach coral tone. Oh my God, the smell triggered me. So, okay. You've always been told, put it on your apples of your cheek. But then what happens when you stop smiling? Your apples fall. So then what happens? Do you walk around all day like this? No, probably not. I don't either. So what I want to do is tap out the extra. What I'm going to do is just put it up higher. I'm going to put it about here. Oh my God, this color is flipping gorgeous. I never in my life would have considered this color. What I want to do is put it somewhere where I would naturally, you don't want to just keep picking it up and picking it back off, because wherever you pick up, wherever you put it, that's going to be where it's most concentrated, wherever you tap, right? But you don't want to rub it in. Okay, so what you want to do is tap, 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 tap. You do not want to rub it, because if you rub it in, all you're going to do is remove the foundation, the concealer, the skincare under, right? So just tap, 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 tap. But you don't want to miss like in your hairline, okay? If you have like blonde hair, whatever, you might not want, I have some texture right there that's bothering me, but okay. So you want to put it higher up so that your face doesn't look like it's falling, okay? So it doesn't look like you're, have a saggy face, right? Not what you want. This side has so much more than this side. Why? There we go. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. That's what we're doing. We're tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. My God, this color is so pretty. But I would never, and I'm going to bring it up a little bit more towards the middle of my forehead. Okay. Where do you want to think about it like this? Where would you get sunburned? If you were to get sunburned, right? Where would it be? Probably a little bit on your nose, a little bit on your chin, and definitely right here, like on, like under your eyes, right? Probably right here. That's where you want it. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. Don't want to put too much though. So I got to be very careful because I do get heavy-handed with blush. I also get heavy-handed with concealer. So, not concealer, bronzer. So this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Muru Butter Bronzer. A lot of these things have names that I cannot pronounce. Okay, this has a bit of a scent too, but it's not nearly like the other one. The other one came by itself and everything else came in the Amazon box. So I threw it in the box with them just to bring it in the room. And by the time I got here, I was like, what is that smell? I hated it. And then I realized it was that. So this is what it looks like. This is in the color bronze. Bronzer. 6676 bronzer. Oh, it even has, look, it even has a cute little brush. But we're not going to use that brush. We are going to use Uh-oh. Okay, so this does have a scent, but it's not off-putting. It's not very strong smelling, but it is a scent for sure. So if you are sensitive to scents, please be careful. Okay, this is my brush that I'm going to use. I have so many, but okay. I'm just going to tap, 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 tap. Then where we're going to come in is underneath here, where I would have normally put my blush before. So I'm going to put it now, right? Because if I smile, it would be right here. Let's put it there. Because you just want to add some dimension to your face, right? You're going to come and bring it up here. And I'm going to blend it in with the blush that I have on my forehead, right? Like, because I don't want to be like an orange peacock. I just want to blend it in. Okay, so we're just going to blend it in right here. You don't want to go too deep because then your face is going to look shorter. You don't want that unless you want your face to look shorter. I don't know why you would want that, but I'm sure somebody somewhere wants that. Okay. So that's all we're trying to do. Just put it on, pack it on, and then we're going to blend it out in a minute. Okay. Going to put it up here. We're just trying to add dimension to our face, okay? Then, I'm not going to use this one because it's too big. What I'm going to use is this fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is MAC 225. I don't know if you can see that. MAC 225. It's an old brush. I don't even know if they still have it. But we're going to try to make a contour line on the sides of my nose. Okay. Okay, but I'm also going to use bronzer for eyeshadow. Okay. We just want it. This smells not bad at all, just different. I've never smelled anything like this. Never smelled anything like this. Okay. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand Highlight in Champagne with a cushion tip applicator. So it sounds like it's just like that. Oh, what I didn't do was blend this in. Hold on. We're also just going to tap, 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 but blend. Okay. Tap, 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 but blend. But it's okay if it looks kind of a lot because we haven't put the setting powder yet. So once we do that, it'll kind of mute some of that. Okay. Okay, what you don't want to do is add it to like the tip of your nose. So you want to be careful. Let me just get a blush brush and just sort of wipe it off. Okay. I imagine that this is going to have the same sort of thing. Directions: squeeze wand gently, then swipe the cushion tip over highlight points of face and blend. Complete the look with the Halo Glow Contour and Beauty Blush Wand. Okay, so let's kind of massage this in here. Okay. Has the same tip. Do you see that? How it's white? And you see how you're squeezing it? See? Whoa, I squeezed way too much. Okay, we gotta be careful. Oh, crap. I'm trying so hard to be light-handed because oh, sheesh. I over squeezed it. So I'm gonna put a little bit under my eye. Put a little bit right here down the bridge of my nose. And I always put highlight in my Cupid's bow. Okay. I'm afraid to use this to blend it in. So I'm going to use instead my concealer brush that I used. Tap, tap, tap. Remember, guys? Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. This is a pretty highlighter. But these are not colors that I naturally would have gravitated to before. I never would have considered this. These shades, I never would have. I would have thought my face needs to look like a Neapolitan ice cream gallon before you've removed any of the ice cream, where it has like that like really strong layer, like that brown, white, pink look. It's what I always did, and it's what I always thought it was supposed to look like, right? But it doesn't have to. So this is just highlighter, you guys. Isn't that eyeshadow? We're just gonna blend it out a little bit. But remember also, you want to put them in the corner of your eyes. And there's still plenty on the edge of my brush. So put it on the, just to brighten up your eyes some, right? We're just trying to brighten up the eyes. That's all. Okay. I gotta be careful over here because of that stupid red dot that we're trying not to highlight. Okay. Okay. So, let's see. What I didn't get was eyeshadows because the ones that they were recommending I couldn't find in the store. So, instead, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try to find a brown. Here we go. Like a flat, matte sort of brown. These are all metallic, so I don't know. Okay. And don't get me wrong, I love metallic. Which one did I just use? This one. I love metallic. But because I have dry and aging skin, I gotta be careful. Because the metallic will just settle into the creases and into the fine lines and the wrinkles. So you gotta be careful. And we're not trying to do that. So I am going to okay. Before I put my setting powder on. Okay, this side of my nose needs to be blended more. Hold on. Gotta be careful because it's wet. Okay. Okay. So, does it have a, yep it does. Okay. It has its own little powder puff. Now this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder Filter Pressed Powder in medium neutral. This was what was suggested to me. There was some loose powder recommendations, but then it suggested this. Now, two things. One, I could just use, I don't know how good theirs works. Let's find out. Oh, it's like a real, like little sponge. Okay. Now, you gotta go in and get especially the places where you need some matting, right? What you don't want to do is rub. Just remember, if you're not rubbing, you're just dabbing. Dab, 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 dab. Because if you rub, you're just going to rub off what you just did. All the hard work you just did. I'm going to try to not get all over my highlight though. But I'm setting the bronzer, the blush, everything. Just setting it all. I'm gonna wash some of this out though because it is a little bit dark. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in with a clean brush and just try to blend it out, okay? I want to blend them into each other, the blush and the bronzer. I want to blend it into each other. Now remember, we're indoors, so this is going to have a bit of a different look than it will outside. So what light was it on? Was it on this side a minute ago? Okay. Eyeballs. So I didn't get a new mascara, but I've been trying some new tubing mascara. This is the Essence Lash Without Limits Tubing Extreme Lengthening Tubing Mascara. I don't want to look like a drag queen, you guys. I just want to be nice and gentle and easy. But I had to. This is the Beauty Creations This is the Beauty Creations Writing Solo Single Pressed Shadow in the color Howdy. This, as far as I know, is a brand that is for H-E-B. I've never seen it anywhere else. I can't find it online to purchase, but this brand, look how pretty that is. This brand is just so flippin' pretty. Oh, look. Look at that. Hold on. It twists. Okay. It has a magnetic closure. This was only $5. Okay. I'm just going to use my finger, guys. Whoa, look at that. Look at that payoff. Okay. I'm just going to put it in the center of my eyelid. Just to give it a little bit of dimension without like overpowering, okay? The bottom center of my eyelid is where I want to focus it up. Gosh, that's pretty. That is very pretty. So, you know, you can't just remove all the sparkle. Look at it. That's cool. I've never seen an eyeshadow like that. I'm sure there's many, but I've never had one. I've never owned one. Okay. That wasn't recommended. I just bought it because I liked it. Now, let's get the mascara. Now, what I've always liked to do when the mascara is straight like that, I will go in and just give it a little bend. Just a little, not too much. Okay. The reason for that is it helps to get into your eyelashes and helps curl them. All you're going to do, get it at the base and wiggle it up. Okay? The same way you would to your bottom eyelashes. Has anybody ever noticed that you treat your bottom eyelashes differently than your top eyelashes? You don't have to. You can treat them the same. Okay, you guys can clearly see that I'm getting this all over my eye. That's okay. Because once it's completely dry, we will go back and get it off, and it will not remove any makeup as long as we wait for it to fully dry. If we do it while it's wet, it will make a mess. And it will wet because it'll be wet, so it'll just smear. We don't want that. This is so frustrating. And I purchased an eyelash separator because the spoolie just isn't cutting it, but it hasn't come, so I have to wait. But I told you guys this would be out this week, so once it comes, I'll show you. For now, I'm just gonna have to use this spoolie, which doesn't work that great. You want to use a clean spoolie, which mine isn't because it's full of foundation. Do you see that? Now it's all over my eyelid. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry your pretty little head over it. We will get that off. Don't worry. Okay. There are not very many mascaras that one coat will do ya. That was about as close to just a single coat as possible. I think it's like probably 2, right? I'm hearing this weird, like, muffled in my ear. So what tubing mascara does is it creates an actual tube around your eyelash. So it encapsulates it. So instead of having like, it creates a lot of length without weighing them down. A lot of length without weighing them down. And that's what we want. We don't want it to be weighed down. We just want length. Oh my God, you guys, I made the biggest mess. Do you see that? Let me go clean it. It's probably fully dry now. Hold on. Hold on. The Dermaplane razor is completely dry now. I don't know if you can see that. Completely dry now. There's no water, there's no nothing. So we're just gonna put the guard back on. Okay. Did you see how big of a mess that was? You just wait for it to dry. Go in with a Q-tip, or you can even do it with your finger. But I find a Q-tip has more precision than my finger does. And it'll let me get it off really easy. See that? See how clean it is now? Let's see the other eye. Let's get this off now. The problem with this eye, I don't know if you see this, right here, I am missing hair. I have a bald spot right there, and I've had it since I was a teenager. I don't know what happened. It suddenly just gave me a bald spot one day, and it never, ever, ever grew back to this day. I was probably like 13, 14 when it happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened. I just know that it did. But do you see that? You see how clean that is now? All you have to do is wait for it to completely dry. Because if you don't, it won't flake off. It'll smear instead. Watch, let me show you. Right? Like say I just get it right there. Okay? And right now that it's still wet, you see that? It just smears. It just smears, that's all it does. But because I let it dry, it came off. Now, if your eyelashes are like mine and they tend to fall, you can curl them after you put tubing mascara on. If your if your curler is completely cleaned, completely, nothing on here, okay? Make sure it is absolutely spotless, okay? Otherwise, it's going to take off your mascara. Let's try this. Now you want to bring it all the way to the base and pump, pump, pump. Okay, that's it. Once I get that eyelash separator, it'll be way better. Because I lost mine and I just need a new one. I used to just use safety pins. but I lost my safety pins. So, and it used to scare David. He used to think I was gonna like stab my eye. So I stopped doing it. Instead, I moved to the metal brushes, but I lost it. Or the metal comb, I think it's called. I just need a better separator because this is a mess. Okay. Now between lashes. All the way to the base. Pump, pump, pump. That's it. And then we just need to separate. Again, this spoolie does not work well to separate. I need the brush, the metal brush one. Okay, now, see, it's still smeared. That's not gonna come off until I wash it off. Okay, then we got Revlon. This is Revlon Super Listerious Lipstick in the color Rose Velvet. It has a clear lid. Well, a clear opening, a clear window in the lid. I think that's kind of cute. And then it has the gold band. And then it has the color on the bottom. So this is color Cream 130 in Rose Velvet. Okay, this is a pretty color. This is the color that it chose for me for day use. It gave me an option for night use too, which I have, but it's like a berry color, like a red berry. Yeah, so that's it. That is, trying to make sure I have everything over here that we need to talk about today. As we get older, you guys, we start to lose sort of that desire to want to try new things and to like do new things. So all I'm going to do, set it one final time. Close your eyes. And your mouth, because it doesn't taste great. And then let's just let it dry. As you get older, well, I've found as I've gotten older, I am less likely to try new things. I just want to do same old, right? That's all I want to do. That's not helpful. It's not letting me grow. It's not teaching me, you know, our needs change as we grow. And we don't always recognize it, but it does, right? Like, we grow up, and it's okay to admit that our taste has changed. It's okay to admit that we don't know what we like. When you've been on a health journey the way that I have for so long, you kind of lose yourself a little bit in it. You start to realize that you don't know who you are anymore. Who you thought you were might not even be you anymore. And the reason why you liked what you liked was because that's all that fit. right? It fit into this world where we didn't belong. And now that we are making positive changes and we are able to, now that we make these positive changes and we're able to have more options for ourselves, why not? Why not take advantage of that? And the only way that that's going to happen is if we give ourselves a chance. Sometimes we have to take ourselves out of the equation and allow something else to choose for us. And that's what I did today. So this is the final look. Is the bronzer a little heavy? Yeah. But I also have these hollow issues with my cheeks, and they've always been darker than the rest of my face. So it's probably just highlighting that some. It is what it is. Okay, so let me get dressed. Look, I know this sounds like a lot, but when you've been through a long health journey like I have, weight loss, inflammation, hormone changes, aging, stress, sometimes you just want to feel good again. Not perfect, a little bit put together, a little more like you. I absolutely adore you all. I want to give you your digital hugs. Know that we can glow up and we can do it together. Because let's face it, I like the glow that I worked so hard to achieve. Why do I want to mute it out? So this is the final look of everything. Okay, so this is in the natural light, the natural daylight without much shadow. And then this is in the natural daylight with some shadow. What do you think? I would love to know what you guys think. Go ahead and drop it in the comments down below. Let's include lipstick. Go ahead and drop a lipstick emoji in the comments. Just something fun we like to do around here. Let me know you made it this far. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.